Hello friends, welcome to Expert Guidance. Today in this video we'll be covering the topic at synthetic polymers of the topic for organic chemistry of Edexcel IGCSE chemistry. Now this is the last topic of this unit, and in this video we'll be looking over what are addition polymers, how do we write the equation of additional polymerization, how do we deduce the structure of the monomer from the structure of the polymer, what are the problems related to the disposal of polymers, what are the condensation reactions, and how do we write the formula of certain condensation and the addition polymers. So let's begin. Now we have done the functional group. Now the last thing you need to do is the polymers. Now what are polymers? Now if you see in this figure, this is an individual unit, and you can see this is repeated, and this repeating unit is a polymer. So the individual unit that polymerizes to form a polymer is known as a monomer. Example, ethene. So ethene is a monomer, and the structure formed by the polymerization of the monomer is the polymer. Example, polyethene. So you can see CH2 double bond CH2 is an ethene, and it forms this polymer. Now I'll tell you the trick how you need to write the polymer equation. Always write the ethene or any alkene molecule such that there's a double bond in the center and all the groups are at the top, at the bottom, nothing to the left and the right side. And when you polymerize this structure, remove the double bond, draw the bars at the end, and then write N. That becomes a repeating unit. So for example, if the ethene molecule is given to us, then this will be our ethene, and I'll write N in front of it. And to make the polymer, I'll convert the double bond into single bond, join it to the ends, and then write N in the bottom. Now, ethene is simple. For example, you have propene. So what is the structure of propene? Propene is 1, 2, 3 carbon and a double bond, right? This is what is the structure of propene, right? Now, how I will write it. As I told you, you will always draw this double bond at the center. So at the center, I'll draw C double bond CH, and this has 2 hydrogens. And this carbon has 1 hydrogen. And then it has CH3, so I'll write CH3 at the top. So I have it in this notation. I'll polymerize it, that is N molecule. And then when I make the polymer, I'll remove the double bond into single bond, join it with the ends, and then all the group remains the same. So if you write the notation always in this form, that a double bond in the center and everything at the top and the bottom, then the polymerization equation would be very easy for you. So you should know how to write polyethene, polypropene, and polybutene. So addition polymers, they are formed by addition reaction. They require only one monomer. Generally, it's an alkene. Nothing is lost in the reaction. Example, polyethene and polypropene. The other types of polymerization, we have a condensation reaction. It requires 2 monomers and 2 functional groups. For example, we have this molecule. We are representing it with the box as a schematic representation, has an OH at both ends, and then other molecule has C double bond OH at both ends. Now, when we put them together, we will remove the molecule of water by a condensation reaction. So OH, the hydrogen will be lost here, and the OH will be lost here. So what we are left with, O, and then C double bond O, and again C double bond O. So you can see that this is the new bond that is formed by a condensation reaction. So we have 2 functional groups facing each other. We have removed the molecule of water. A small molecule like water is lost. Example, nylon or polyester. This is between alcohol and carboxylic acid. So this is a polyester. An example is nylon. Okay, so this is the difference between addition and a condensation polymers. Addition requires 1 monomer. It requires 2 monomers or 2 functional group. In addition, nothing is lost. Here, a small molecule is lost. Addition polymers are formed by addition reaction. They are formed by condensation reaction. Now we have some natural polymers. They are found naturally. For example, complex biomolecules. Starch is a polymer made up of glucose, and protein is also a polymer made up of amino acids. So it's the other way around. The polymer is the protein, and it is made up of amino acid, and the DNA is the polymer made up of nucleotides. So you can see this is an A dual glucose unit, either they join by a straight chain or a branch chain and give rise to starch, glycogen, or cellulose, which are the natural polysaccharides. And these individual glucose are the monosaccharides. And two amino acids. Amino acids have the carboxylate group and an amino acid group together, amine group. When they join together, a molecule of water is lost and it forms a peptide bond, and they are the condensation polymers. DNA is a polynucleotide we have done in biology, so it's just a brief recap. Nucleotide means a phosphate, sugar, and a base. So you can see a phosphate, sugar, base. Phosphate, sugar, base is repeated. In a DNA, the sugar is deoxyribose. Phosphate and nitrogenous bases are for adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. And they show complementary base pairing principle. With adenine next to it is thymine, and with guanine next to it is cytosine. Okay, so as always, our next step, check the specification, make sure everything which is there in the specification is crystal clear to you, and do exam questions on this topic. Okay, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified as soon as I put a new video. And if you have any doubts, leave a comment below and I'll reply you as soon as possible. So I'll see you next in the next video. Till then, happy revising.